Welcome to Seth's Daily Podcast here on Nighthawk Radio. To listen to Nighthawk Radio, go to nighthawk-radio.com. Blessed enough to have a guest all the way from Louisville, Keith Age, man. How you doing tonight?
I'm hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit, brother.
Or the legend Keith Age, my bad.
Hey, I'm still hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit. Hey, what do
uh,
you mean all the way? We're not that far away from each other.
yeah, you're all the way from Louisville, bro. Louisville's a whole different world from where I'm at.
You are west of me. Give me a break.
Hey, man, I'm in the mountains, though. You're in the big city.
I'm by the river. We'll put it like that. You're up in
I
the
just,
air. I'm down. I'm down here where everything hangs.
yeah. Hey, does it get on your nerves when people call Louisville Louisville?
No, I just say whatever because then they go, "You're saying it wrong," and I'm like, "Do you live there?" And they're like, "No." So then shut the f up.
People love to call Louisville Louisville.
Because of Lewis, the name Lewis.
Yep.
It's Louisville. The S is silent.
Yeah, they love to call it Louisville though, man.
Or
Uh,
or Louisville.
I'm like, where's Louisville at?
Clarksburg, Virginia.
Oh, there is actually a Louisville.
Yeah, there's all kinds of Louisvilles. Just that's the first one I remembered.
Just not the one in Kentucky. It's Louisville. It's not Louisville.
Yeah. It's Louisville. Louisville.
Yeah. Or Kentucky's fans, I ain't even gonna go there. Never mind. That's a different
I,
rivalry, man. I ain't gonna make
I'm
no
not
jokes about that.
I ain't saying nothing about sports. When I say Louisville, I'm talking about the city, the town. I don't care about basketball. I don't care about baseball. I don't care about soccer. I'm just saying the city's name is Louisville. Get it right.
I am glad Louisville's got a pro football team now.
Really? We do?
Yep.
News to
It-
me.
It's in the UFL, United Football League.
Again, news to me.
News to you. Oh man, I'm glad to see Louisville getting a professional football team though, man. They deserve it. Louisville fans are good though.
Hey, we've had several professional football teams, and they've all failed. Guess what? This one
Hopefully
might
this
just
one
follow
doesn't.
suit. Well,
Hopefully
is it
this
this
one
one?
doesn't.
I live here. I have not heard about it yet. That is not bidding well for it.
That's not good. That's not good. Uh, anyways, man. Okay, if you're talking to a new ghost hunter, what would be the first piece of equipment you would tell them to get?
Quit,
What?
quit,
What do you mean with? What would be like
quit
the?
with a Q. Quit.
Oh, quit? Oh, I couldn't
Yeah,
hear you. My bad. I couldn't hear you. Why'd you
and
tell
you
them to
got them,
quit?
and you got them fancy headphones on. I just got earbuds.
Fancy woods. Why would you tell them quit though?
Not really. It's just people expect what they see on TV to be happening, and that ain't happening. Um, and then they go spend thousands of dollars for gear and equipment, and then they don't really know how to use it. They get really frustrated when it doesn't work the way they want it to work, and then people like me buy it for a song and a dance. So quit now and save you some money. This is not an exact science. It is a hobby. That's all it is right now. A hobby because we have not proven one single scientific fact yet. Okay? Now people are going, "Oh my God, you don't believe in ghosts?" I said, I don't say that. What I'm saying is I've seen a lot of strange things, things I cannot explain. I can't tell you why something has grabbed me and thrown me through a wall or through a door, but you know, we don't know what it is. And well, it's a ghost. I'm like, we don't know what it is yet. Nothing has been proven, you know. And until the time comes, People go, well, what about ghosts? I don't even say ghosts anymore. It is some type of phenomena. We just don't know what it is yet. That's why people need to go, ooh, there. I hear, shh, quiet, shut up. Did you hear that? What the hell was that? That's what you hear on TV. That's what you see on TV. Not in my shows, but that's what you see on other shows. Okay? It's called get the ratings. That's why I never cared for doing all that. I think I said, what the hell was that one time, the whole time we were filming? And it's because it's something that did startle me. I wasn't ready for it. And, you know, you got to lower your expectations. If you think you're going to see Satan tap dancing on a table in front of you, nope, not happening. It's the little subtle things. That's what happens in ghost hunting. Okay, I'm like I've told you before. I'm still waiting for Bob the Ghost to walk up and go, "Hi, I'm Bob." Do I think it'll happen? No. All right, it'd be cool if it did, and I want to make sure I got a camera rolling when it does. But it's the little things. It's when you go back and you listen to your 8 hours of dead silence and paint drying on a wall, listening to it, and you hear, and instead of you going, "Is there anybody here with us?" You might get something. But if you just talk to them in a normal voice and let's carry on a conversation, let's talk sex. Want a beer? Talk to me about beer. Alcohol? You like harder stuff? We'll go with harder stuff. Just have a conversation, but give yourself some pauses in there to where it can answer you. And then when you finally get that direct answer back, that's the cool stuff. That's the stuff that we're looking for. Like I said, if we record Bob the Ghost walking up and introduce himself, oh, I'd be ecstatic. I'd be like, there it is, finally, after all these years. And by the way, it's going over 50 years now that I've been doing this. Almost 50 years. We'll put it like that. I got a couple more.
49.
Well, I got a birthday coming up next month, so I'll shut up.
40 years, man.
More than 40.
No, I'm talking about 40 years of ghost hunting experience, man.
I'm telling you, more than 40.
Oh, well, yeah.
But I'm not old. Don't worry about that.
You're not old at all, no.
No, not at all. No, no, no.
No.
Well,
What got
speaking
you
of
into
weird,
ghost hunting, man?
wait a minute. Something strange just happened. I don't know if you can see it or not, but the door just opened up.
I didn't see it, no.
Well, yeah, we have strange things that happen here. Only thing is, this ain't too strange, but I do got to shut it because there's a cold breeze blowing in now, and that is not paranormal in nature. Oh, excuse me. We have a 24 and a half pound monster cat who can reach up and open doors. That's what happened.
It was not paranormal.
No. Now he's upset because I shut the door and he can't get out. But the dogs are barking now. So, okay. Your question was, I'm sorry,
What got you into paranormal, man?
a girl, kind of. Uh, when I was 16, I was playing all over the country, touring music, and I come back. I was almost, I had just turned 17, or I was right at getting ready to turn 17, and I met this girl, really liked her, but she'd never let me go over to meet her mom and dad, and not because I wanted to or nothing, just things would come up and she'd say, "Oh no, you can't come over." Well, that's because I had hair down to here. You're not looking. Look at me. I had hair down to here and a beard out to here. That's from being on the road for almost a year. No, it was out to here. This was the 70s. A time you can't imagine because you weren't even a twinkle yet.
It was a
Okay.
great time. Great time though.
Oh yeah, the whole sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Trust me, I lived it. Um, you know. So anyway, finally got to go over to her house on her birthday. Her mom invited me. She tracked me down and invited me. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll surprise her. Well, when I got over to the house, now this house is only less than a mile from my house at the time, and knocked on the door. She answered the door, and you thought I'd have shot her, just the look on her face, like, oh my God, what are you doing here? And I was like, no, 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 it's cool. Your mom and dad invited me. They want to. And she's like, no, you don't understand. Me and my sisters, we have a ghost in the house, and he doesn't like our boyfriends. And I was like, all right, let's go smoke another one. Okay, that's something good. So went in, met the parents, met the family, and we sat on this couch, little ranch house. I could see straight down the hallway into the main bedroom. There was a mirror there, and I could see our reflection on the couch. Something kept walking in front of that reflection. So after a while, I got up and went and tore the room apart. Nobody down there at all. Nothing. So then, me being young, dumb, and stupid, started calling this thing out. And, hey, do something, show me something. I don't believe you're here. I don't believe in you. You can't hurt me. Do something. And at the end of the night, I went to kiss her goodnight in the living room at the front door. So we're standing like this, the door's behind me. And as I'm bending down to kiss her, I feel something go hard on my arm. I mean, and the first thing I thought was, oh, hell, Dad got me. He's sitting over here, and Lazy Boy's eyes are about this big now. And before I can say anything, I'm flying backwards. And I fly through the front door, through the screen door, and I land about 6 feet out past the porch. And I remember I landed hard, and I remember going fingers, toes, ribs, what's working, what's not, and I can't breathe. And and then after I got my senses to me, I went, "That was so effing cool. Do it again." And I've been hooked ever since.
I don't even know what to say, man. That's crazy.
Tell me about it. And so, like I said, that's back but way before it was cool to ghost hunt. That's back in the days when if you said you were ghost hunting, the little guys in the little white jackets and the great big nets were running behind you going, come here, let me talk to you. So I'm glad all that changed.
I mean, the fact that you wanted to ghost hunt more after being thrown is, I don't know.
It just really just piqued my curiosity so much I couldn't explain it. I still can't explain it. I had a bruise on my arm. Now, this is when I was playing music, professional musician, and I was a professional fighter at the time, fighting in the ring. I weighed 220 pounds. I was a heavyweight. And whatever this was just slammed me like I was nothing. And Lord, I still think about it and go, man, that was so cool.
I would have
But
been scared, man. You got a lot of guts, though.
no, thank God. Like I said, I'm a musician from the 70s, and there just ain't enough brain cells left. Like I said, the 70s were good to me. A total different time. Talk to your other buddy who's a musician. I can't remember his name.
I
The
got
guy's
you. I
up.
will.
I can't remember his name. I was on a show with him. I can't think of him. You see, that's what happens when all the brain cells start going.
uh, man, you got some shows coming up, don't you?
You mean convention
T
type shows?
like TV shows. Well, you got one TV show coming up, right?
Well, we've pretty much principal photography is pretty much done on the first season of Bourbon Spirits, and in Actually, I'm on my winter break right now, and just doing business, and that's setting things up and getting things ready. I can't tell you much about it, but yeah, we're going to do a few more episodes for Bourbon Spirits, and let's just say one of them is going to be in Cincinnati. Hopefully, it'll be when it's a little bit warmer, but it ought to be awesome. Ought to be cool. And then, like I was telling you before we started, I'm producing a couple documentaries, music documentaries, and for those that don't know, but those that are here in Kentucky that listen, I'll be with Greg Martin of the Kentucky Headhunters next weekend. So filming that.
Hey, man, that you're just proving you're a legend, man.
Now I just know a lot of people. That's all. But
Nah, you're
I've
a
known
legend.
I've known the Headhunters before they were called the Kentucky Headhunters. They were called Itchy Brother. And like I said, I was in my early teens, and they were 8 to 12 years older, but we all played the same clubs and stuff. So we traveled around a lot together and saw each other, knew who we were. And then when Greg heard us doing this documentary on one musician, he called me up and said, "Hey, I'd like to be a part of it, can I?" So I was like, nah, you can't be a part of it. Nah. The hell are you talking about? Got one of the most famous in the top 20 blues guitarists in the world. And yet, no, you can't be part of it. No. Oh, you want to play? You want to jam? Okay, we can do that. Now this 22-pound monster is demanding I pet him. So if you, so I'm not doing nothing strange. I'm petting a cat. Right, Mr. Mick? Yeah.
Uh,
So anyway, that's all I got going on right now.
hey, that's a lot, man. That's a lot.
That's why I am a producer. I produce things. But with these other shows we're going to be doing with Bourbon Spirits, I am going to be in them a little bit more, I think, than just being at the beginning at the end. Because some of these places I haven't been to, and I want to have fun.
When does season one of that come out, man?
Well, it'll be out sometime this year. Uh, we've got 8 episodes filmed, and 2 of them are complete. So, you know, COVID and several other factors really killed us, put us behind schedule a lot,
Hmm.
especially when you're paying for everything out of your own pocket, and you're not rich. You just have to slow down sometimes.
You said
But
that's gonna be on.
you know what I'm talking about, though. You know, how many slots do you got for your show? And then when you
A
go over
lot.
that, yeah. But when you go over that, then you have to pay a lot. So anyway, it'll be on YouTube, not YouTube itself, but YouTube streaming
That's
on
pretty
the
good.
alternate reality uh, channel.
Not on Amazon, right?
Do what?
Not on Amazon.
No, we didn't even try with Amazon. Alternate reality came to us, and we okay, sure, we can do it. We can do it
That's
for them.
cool. That's pretty cool though. Definitely be on the
Now if they
lookout for that.
now if they put it on Amazon, hey, good luck. Hope so. You know, but yeah, be on the lookout for Bourbon Spirits in 2026.
Real go son, man.
Well, kind of, mostly. Not me doing the ghost hunting. It's a little young lady by the name of Shannon Humphreys and her team, OSPR.
Yeah, I know Shannon. I've heard of her, anyways.
Okay. I call her Capone, the killer.
I don't know her, but I've heard her name. Yeah.
Well, if you talk to her again, say hi, Capone.
No, I've never talked to her, but I'll try to get her on at some point for sure.
Well, I will send her the message.
I appreciate you, Keith. I appreciate you, man.
I
Yeah,
mean,
man, I'm definitely looking forward to that though. Looking forward to season one.
well, if you're really nice, I might just send you a private link to where you can see the first episode.
I appreciate it for sure, man. Definitely.
Cool. And you're a big music aficionado, correct?
Uh, Somewhat.
Well, then screw you then.
What?
I was going to send you so you could just see it. Some master musicians in this other documentary made called The Battle of the Rusty Ends, The Last of the Boogeymen, where we filmed this, like I said, these master musicians playing us an original song. It's on the B camera, but it's got the best. I use the B camera for the audio, the mix. And if you like good music, just good music, something from the 60s and 70s, you'd like this.
I would definitely, man. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so if you, like I said, if you're nice enough, I'll send you the first episode of Fervent Spirit so you can watch too.
Appreciate you, man. That's why you're a legend, man.
If you say so, I will, I will just say okay and go with it.
That's why you're a legend, brother.
I'm just me, Seth.
I know, man.
I, I help whoever I can, unless they piss
I
me off. You know,
You've helped me a lot, and I appreciate that, man. You're a good man. No joke. You're a
I
good man.
I try. Thanks for the Jack Daniels.
I'll send you one sometime. I got you. I got you. So, what is your favorite piece of equipment in ghost hunting, man?
Thermal imager.
And
It's
why?
it's
Why is it?
it's true science. Okay. Uh, while me and the Booth brothers were filming a certain documentary, we had a quote person who said they were psychic going, ooga booga. They're talking, they're doing this, they're doing that. Oh, there's a vortex right here in front of me. And I'm sitting there with a thermal camera and I'm like, person, do you know what a vortex is? And they're like, it's a portal for the spirits to go back and forth. I said, no, a vortex is energy. Energy equal, IE equals, what does it equal? If it's energy?
I didn't even hear what you
Come on,
said,
Seth. Oh, I can tell you're really listening to me. Thanks a lot.
man.
I said a vortex is energy.
Yeah,
And if it's energy, what is it?
I don't know, man.
If it's energy, we can detect it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. It has a temperature because it is energy, low to high. And I'm sitting there with a thermal. And she's going, it's right here. It's right here. It's trying to take me in. I'm like going, then you're going to hit the floor, because there ain't nothing there. Of course, it did not make for good filming, but I don't care. Um, no, it's just, like I said, this is real science. And I have recorded things that we cannot explain that with the FLIR. And we sent it to FLIR, and FLIR goes, give us all the parameters. Give them all the parameters, and they come back and go, still going, uh, we don't know. We don't have an idea. And I'm going, na 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 na, you know. And that's what ghost hunting is all about, to where the creators of their own technology, when they're saying we have no idea what this is, that's great. And I will admit, for Christmas, my wife God love her, got me a new thermal imager to replace my old FLIR 5 because it was kind of on its last legs. Plus, it doesn't shoot video. This new one does.
Fancy, man. That's fancy.
Oh, and she also got me this. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Zoom stuff. Any new Zoom toys, I love. That's a
Yeah.
Zoom H6 XLR.
They make some high quality stuff, man.
Well, the cool thing with that is, that is for recording music and live stuff like that. Uh, that you got microphones on, but you can hook a mic to that, and it's got a 32-bit float in it. So no matter how quiet it is or how loud, it'll all stay the same. It won't peg out. It'll just say, here it is. But it gives you the readings. But Zoom, in my book, make the best microphones for portable recorders on the market right now. Plus, they're so damn easy to use. For years I used Tascam because that's what I used in the 70s and 80s playing music, and just kind of allegiance to Tascam because it was just workhorse equipment. And then I used that for years, and then Zoom came along, and then Zoom cut their prices in half, and I went,
You was in heaven.
oh, I was worse. Yeah, I was at the 10-cent hooker house. I was just want my money, want my money, want my money.
uh,
But no, I love Zoom stuff, and you can use it to record and do all kinds of different applications with it. That piece there I just showed you, that is strictly for, like I said, recording live music, things you got a microphone with, or like coming out of a mixing board and just go straight to it.
yeah.
But I got about six H1N field recorders and about five other different things that I love to death.
What do you think of the OG Ghost Box, man, that used to be able to get at what was that store called? I can't remember.
Radio Shack,
Radio Shack, exactly. Radio Shack, yeah.
you want to go ghost hunt? You want to go ghost hunting with a broken radio?
I don't want to know.
So I'm saying, if that's what you're talking about, that's what people did. They went
That's what I'm
ghost hunting
talking
with
about, yeah.
yeah, they went ghost hunting with a broken radio or the hack jack. Jack
That's what it
hack.
is.
Yeah, and uh, and all it was the attenuator, which is what controls the tuner dial, was pulled out, so it just goes on its own. So you're getting bits and pieces of every different channel. But oh, listen, that says the devil is here. He's coming for your soul. And what I hear is wah 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 wah. You ever seen Charlie Brown Christmas where the teacher starts talking?
Yeah.
That's what I hear. We had at a ghost hunt had someone who was supposed to be the expert on the ghost box, and they said, "What do you think, Keith?" And I was like, "Well, really, I don't hear anything." And there all of a sudden it crackles a few times, and this person says, "It's the devil. He said he's coming for Keith tonight." And the whole crowd goes, "Oh." And I went, "Really? That's what it said?" And they said, "Well, what do you think it said?" And I said, "It sounded more like wah 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 wah." I said, "That's what it sounds like to me." So until we can, you know, I don't begrudge anyone from trying anything or any new product or have an idea to try it. But when you try to so hard to push it off on people, and these are people who really want for things to be this is it. And if you get up there and you prime them, the brain's an amazing thing. You prime these people with scary stories, and you get them ready, and you get them expecting something to happen, and then all of a sudden this thing crackles, and they go, "Ah!" you know, that's that's not ghost hunting. That's showmanship.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of the ghost box either. I remember it back in the day. I just forgot where it came from, man, because I was a little kid using it. So, yeah.
You're still a little kid, Seth.
Nah, man. I'm getting old, bro.
You're just a little kid with a beard. All right. So you remember when you was a little kid? What?
Oh, I was just talking about using the ghost box. I didn't really like it too much.
Well, uh, there was a buddy of mine that went ghost hunting with me a lot back in the older days, in the late '90s, early 2000s. Who was a radio announcer, and he did about 95% of the radio commercials here in Louisville. Well, this person brought their box to Waverly Hills for an event. And they primed these people, set them in a circle all around the box and turned the box on. And we're listening downstairs. We have a microphone going up to it.
Hmm.
And my friend Jim, who's with me, we're listening with headphones. He hears it crackle and he hears it say something. He goes, "Hey, that's my commercial. That's this commercial." And the whole time, every time it does it, he's recognizing different commercials. And they're telling these people upstairs that the ghosts are here. They're wanting to speak. Da 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 da. And you hear the oohs and the ahs and the gasp and everything. Jim is telling me that's this, that's this, that's this. You know, just a little bitty seconds, but it's enough for him to recognize it. And I'm like going, yeah, that's real intelligent stuff talking to us, isn't it? You know, and that's all it is. It's the attenuator pulled out, and this thing is cycling until it lands on something that's sending a signal. And then it gets that for X amount of seconds, and then it's off to the next one.
Sounds like he was doing a lot of commercials.
Well, he did. He did about, like I said, 95% of all the radio commercials in Louisville. Louisville. Hear that? Louisville.
Not Louisville.
No,
Uh,
Louisville.
that's funny though, man. He was recognizing each commercial that he did on the ghost box.
Yeah,
That's funny.
and so not to say that that's still the way it is, but that's the way it was. That's how the whole thing got started, and that's in the late '90s. Now Frank's Box, who created the original Ghost Box, he only made 26 before he died. Uh, they didn't have attenuators in them. They had crystallized, so you couldn't just turn it, and it just sent out a signal. And if something came back, then they were interested. But when you pulled out the attenuator from a traveling, radio, you're just getting garbage as far as I'm concerned.
You're just getting radio stuff.
Yeah, you know, and that's like, well, people go, well, you like using Bill's stuff. I'm like, yeah, I do. And they're like going, you like the ovilus? I said, I like it because number one, Bill came to me. I was the first person he came to from Colorado. I'll never forget it. And he brought me the ovilus, and we were having dinner at a restaurant, steakhouse, and it was storming outside. And I was being my skeptical self, and he was explaining, but he could not tell me the exact reason, but he was explaining what his theory was and how he put this together. And I said, well, if there's somebody here and you can talk to us, tell me what is it doing outside right now? And then it big bolt of lightning hit and flashed, and it comes back on going lightning. And I was like, whoa, that's interesting. And then Bill explained that's how much power it's reading in the air, and and that is correlated back to numbers and decimals, and he went through the whole rigmarole, and then all that is translated into letters, and letters form words. And I was like, in split seconds. He goes, in split seconds. So then we kept talking, and it kept giving off things like wagon wheel, cattle, herd, skull. And I was like, what the hell is all this? And he said, well, when it's working correctly, it'll just give you gibberish. But then I realized we are in a steakhouse. There is a skull hanging on the wall right next to me. There are pictures of cowboys riding herd. And I'm like, oh. And then they come up with cattle fence. And I went, what? And then look behind Bill Chappell, and that's what he's leaning up against is a cattle fence. And I'm like, okay, so is it exact science? No. And here's the thing: when you ask questions and it correlates back to exactly what you're saying and gives you a direct, straight response, that's interesting. Not saying it's a ghost. I'm saying it's interesting because other than that, it should be just picking up electromagnetic forces in the air and reading it and just saying gibberish. You know, it has no meaning to anything you're talking about. But when you say, uh, what was the name of the first girl I slept with, and it comes back that name, you go, whoa, that's interesting, you know. So I'm sorry, not trying to be graphic,
You're fine.
just trying
That's
to
funny.
nail the hammer home, brother. That's all.
You're
Uh,
fine, man.
you know, so again, it's not exact science, but it's not a broken radio going tick 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 tick. You know,
Yeah. I could get you started on orbs, but I won't.
if you do, we go into whorehouses and things of that nature.
uh, Keith, I appreciate you, brother.
Anytime, bub. Anytime.
I appreciate you, man. I want to thank everybody for listening. I want to thank Keith for
And
being
I'm
on.
and I'm
Everybody.
doing a commercial for Burger King. Yes, I am getting paid.
I want to thank everybody for listening. I want to thank Keith for being on. Everybody have a good night and God bless.